Okay, hello everyone. Amber here. Just waiting for some more people to join in the Rural Cafe. Today we are talking about movie production in rural. Um, Apologies for the late start. I was on call tonight and then I had some technical difficulties with the computer, but I think we'll go ahead and start the conversation anyway. Um, and then if people join, fine. If not, then I'll leave some links to some of the Rural Seeds videos on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel, and you can follow along later. So the reason why we wanted to do a session on movie production in rural is because we've developed a few short animated video clips about different themes in rural with the aid of some funding in Brazil. And we found this to be quite an effective way of explaining a lot of the projects that we have. For example, the mentor mentee program and Mayara and others in Brazil have used videos to explain things such as the health leagues in Brazil. But we're not all very tech savvy, so how these video clips actually get produced is quite important, and it's useful information to share with others. And also at the World Rural Health Conference in India, there was a film festival on rural, which was very interesting. We had films from all around the world showing people's creative side, but also showing their perspective on rural. So, why is it important to have movie production in rural in the first place? Well, if you work in a rural environment, you'll know that you can explain yourself till you're blue in the face, but no one will really understand what it's like to live or work in rural until they've actually gone there and seen it and experienced it for themselves. Now, having a lot of anecdotes and stories in the form of writing is very useful. And there are a number of resources on that. But being able to show people your day-to-day life, your perspective, it's a unique opportunity to explain rural using another art form, which is movie production. So for the film festival at the India conference, Mayara and I created a short video that was called Ruralices. And in the video, one of the parts that really got the point across was Mayara was filming her commute between different areas, and it's just miles and miles and miles of dirt road. Um, and the narration that I wrote to that was, when will this road ever end? This dirt road that just keeps going on and on and on. And for rural practitioners, commuting for miles and miles, often on dirt roads, is just part of the job. But a lot of people who aren't exposed to rural, that might be a very new concept for them. Like, oh, your regular commute is in hours rather than minutes. Um, and I thought that was, one of the interesting ways to get that across. Because, for example, when I was working in um, Carmarthenshire, which is in Southwest Wales, and practicing in the UK, my commute to get to work would take 45 minutes in the car. But before I had the car, I had to take the train, which is what a lot of the patients had to do. And it involved taking the train for 45 minutes plus a half-hour walk on top of it. To make things worse, the train only left every other hour. So if I missed the train, it meant waiting for 2 hours at a cold train station. Um, but one of the things I enjoyed about that commute was when I did take the train, it passed by the coastline and it passed by farms. So I got to see lambs and calves in the springtime and horses in winter and, people farming in no matter what weather condition. And I thought that was quite a unique experience to working in a rural or semi-rural area. Um, Movie production, I think if you've got a camera and a willingness to try different things, anyone can do it. Saying that, it is quite frustrating if you don't have the right sort of mentorship in how to produce films, which is what we were hoping that this cafe would be about. I don't have that much experience filming stuff, but um, certainly trying to annotate behind pictures. I've tried filming stuff using my phone because I don't have a professional camera, which has, come up with variable quality. But I think, they say a picture says 1,000 words, and what I always try to do is um, take photos and try to create a story behind it through spoken word poetry, which is what Mayara and myself did for Ruralices. So the Instagram page Ruralices was a series of pictures, and it inspired my poetry. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could turn these pictures into a film? And that's how the film came about. Um, so I've been chatting on for a few minutes and no one has joined the cafe. So what I would encourage you to do is please comment below this video if you have experience in movie production or you're interested in movie production. If you have any links to films that you want to recommend to other people to look at. One of my favorite ones is called A Country Doctor, and it's about a Congolese doctor who ends up working in rural France and the whole culture clash that happens between there. I thought that was a really good movie. I highly recommend that one. I think it's on Netflix. But yeah, leave any resources that you want below, and we'll see you for the next cafe.